Desert sunrise, 6:21. Rising just like fate. Baby, you know this is never the end. If you trust the world.
Jessica Ferndiger, BMW G650GS.
Greg Stone, BMW F700GS.
Keith Pekorski, BMW F650 Dakar.
We're setting off from New Orleans, planning on full days of riding and visiting as many highlights as we can along the way. On day 4, Jess will break off towards home for her first solo trip. Meanwhile, Keith and I will spend the next few days jumping between dirt trails and mountain twisties. Then Keith will continue on to DC for a few days holiday with his girlfriend, Sarah, while I savor the mountain roads on the way home. Finally, things will wrap up when Keith drops Sarah at the airport and rides for home. In our last episode, Keith, Jess, and I visited Deal's Gap at the end of Tale of the Dragon and the Wheels Through Time Motorcycle Museum. Then Jess set off on her own solo trip home. She rode the Blue Ridge Parkway and visited DeSoto Falls and Chia State Park, but most enjoyed the farm fresh produce along the way. Meanwhile, Keith and I followed a dual sport route recommended by GSM Motor Rent. Then we went to the Doe Mountain recreation area. The trail up the mountain was incident-free, but going down the opposite side proved to be more than a handful. Until finally we hit a dead end. Alright, so we were able to turn Keith's bike around, took it up a ways and tipped over. No. Yep. Okay. The exhaustion finally catches up with me and I have a series of stall outs on the upward slope before I can get momentum and stand up. I finally get my second wind, but by then Keith has caught the sloppy riding bug. He takes a couple of good falls on the way up, but has decided that he's through with filming for the day.
I don't see him yet. I don't want to hike my ass down there to go look for him.
Still no sign of Keith. That's the first article of clothing, my riding jacket, that's being left by the wayside as I come hiking down to see what happened to him. Keith works his way up, but after a couple grueling kilometers, he decides that's enough for the day. There's a bit of a ledge down there. We can set up a tent. We get Keith's bike righted, and then it goes over again. Eventually we get Keith's bike to the margin of the trail and set up camp. For this trip, Keith has decided to take out his new 6-person tent, which I call the Palace. After helping him erect the bedrooms and dining hall, I pitch my tent in a nearby clearing while he finishes the portico and installs himself.
Yeah, it's a 6-person. Yeah, it's overkill. But boy, is it comfortable. I mean, come on. Look at this. You can put a bike in there.
After camp is set, there's time for some motorbike repairs, then dinner, then to bed.
The fuck was that? It sounded big. Are there bears?
This is the morning after we beat up the bikes on this destructive trail of rocks. Nice and cool and rested now to be able to get these things out of here. Kind of just left them both on the road because we were too tired to get them down.
Oh shit. He's stuck in the mud. Flattens out up here, and then there's another section just like it. Good luck. Jess gets another early start and makes her way southwest. She reaches the coast at Mobile Bay, where she makes a visit to the U.S.S Alabama. Commissioned in 1942 and active for 20 years, she is the 6th U.S. Navy ship to bear the name Alabama. From there, Jess continues southwest and arrives at New Orleans later that day. After leaving Doe Mountain, we follow the Green-Eyed Snake, which is Highway 421 from Mountain City to Bristol. The Snake is 33 miles and 489 curves over 3 mountains and through Shady Valley. At the end, we finish the day by a pleasant creek, but not sure where exactly we are. I have no idea where we are. Are we still in Tennessee? I think we're still in Tennessee.
I think we're in Virginia.
Are we in Virginia?
Yeah. It's pretty fucking stunning, right? Really, it's just beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. Wow. I had no idea. This is Virginia. Highway 16. They call it the back of the dragon. I guess we did the tail, now we'll do the back, and then we did the snake.
That's right.
I hear there's like a worm somewhere, caterpillar. But yeah, look at this, man. I'm blown away.
After a morning of sharp twisties and stunning views on the back of the Dragon, we follow some excellent fire roads deep into the George Washington and Jefferson National Forests.
Direction.
We're just outside Roanoke, and this is where Keith and I split up. Jess left us a few days ago, and now it's our turn to split off. I'm gonna be swinging back towards home. Keith's gonna through the Blue Ridge Parkway, and Keith's gonna continue on to DC. Spend a few days there. Sarah's gonna meet him in DC, and then he'll head back. So we'll see you in a few days, buddy.
I'm very glad that we survived without any major. There'll be minor, but no major malfunction.
Yeah, just a few scrapes and bruises.
Travel safe.
Ride safe.
Call me, okay?
Talk to you soon. In our next and final episode, we follow me as I ride the Blue Ridge Parkway and wander down its numerous green lanes on my way back towards New Orleans. Along the way, I visit Blowing Rock in Little Switzerland, Crabtree Falls, Katy Cove in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and Confederate Memorial Park in Alabama. Join us for one more.
this is never the end. If you trust the world, all I can do is smile as you soften your eyes and draw curves with your questions till there's nothing left to say.